welcome to the video. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make beautiful photography thumbnails to brand your channel correctly, and maybe you'll learn a thing or two to make better thumbnails for your videos here on YouTube. So buckle up and get ready to learn how to make those beautiful thumbnails. Okay, so here what I have is a photo that I took in downtown. I'm going to teach you guys how to take this unedited, raw, not that nice photo into a beautiful photography thumbnail. So first, let me tell you guys that I'm in the Lightroom CC, so you can be doing this on your phone, the web, your tablet, or your desktop. So it's really easy to edit your photos, and there's no excuse to not have very nice photography. So we're gonna go up here to edit. We're on the cloud, and we're gonna just bring up the exposure just a tad, not that much. We're gonna bring up the contrast, and we're gonna take down the highlights to get a little more cloud detail up in the sky. So as you see, there is a lot of noise. I'm gonna take care of that real soon. The shadows, we're gonna bring those down as well. Alright, so we're up here in Photoshop already, so I already have a preset made for thumbnails because I was just making a thumbnail for another video. But yeah, we have the properties panel over here. That is the context aware panel. It adjusts to what you're doing, but we're going to bring in that image right now. So we're going to press Control O, and that will bring you the open panel, and I'll just get that image out. And while we're at it, I'm going to pull in another image that I'm going to show you guys again for a different example of the same thing that we're going to be doing. So as you see, the image is huge, and we only need a 1920 by 1080 size of this image. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on the layer, and we're going to do Convert to Smart Object. And by converting it, Photoshop will do the best of its ability to make this image stay the quality it is while we are downsizing it. So we're going to zoom out just a little bit so we can have more space, and Control T, and we're going to just size it down. I wanted it to kind of start here, so maybe like this. Yeah, I kind of like that. And see here, maybe now we can take out the crane now that we know that the image isn't going to work. So what we can do is we're going to do this band-aid tool over here, and we're going to press Alt, and that's going to resize it back to how the image is default, so rasterizing it. But now we can paint in. So we're going to press Alt here, and we're just going to paint in something that will block out the crane here. So we're going to actually have to make that a little bit smaller. Something like that should be perfectly fine. And just color that in, make that look at least somewhat presentable. Alright, maybe we should just leave it. It's not really working out in this image very well. So yeah, we'll just leave it. Control 0 to make it fill in the screen. And now what we can do, we can add in some effects here in the adjustments panel up here on the right. So maybe we can add a LUT that's in Photoshop. Maybe something like this. I'll just scroll down, use my scroll wheel. Just going through, looking at nice presets that are already in Photoshop. And maybe we want something faded from a Fuji Kodak kind of preset, or maybe a Kodak preset like this. And let's change that to a 60, and we can see the changes by controlling the eyeball right here. So I kind of like that right there. Maybe we can do a lighten, maybe something over here to make it look a little better. Hmm. Maybe we just lighten. I really like how that looks. It's a little faded. Maybe we can do it 40%. I think that looks really good. If you're going to be going for a Peter McKinnon style, well, then that's all you got to do. Peter McKinnon does beautiful photography. Talked about him before on this channel. I'll link him down below if you guys want to check out his channel. But he does like just a simple photo, beautiful photo that he's going to be using in the video that he's doing. Or you can just add a text. Let's do a 60 pixel. Maybe 60 is not big enough. Let's go to 120 pixels, double what we just had. I'm gonna do product sans bold because you want to have something bold but quick. And let's say vlog EP dot let's see 1 2 3 maybe 12, something like that, something so it's nice, easy, and clean. And depending on how your style is, your preference, edit to wherever you want in the image. Don't recommend using this bottom corner or the top corner over here, because that is where YouTube puts its own branding. But I don't know, maybe we can put something right here. Yeah, right there. And some basic effects can be applied here to make it look good, like drop shadow maybe. We can add that, bring that distance down a little bit to a 10, the size down to something like a 5 or 6. Maybe bring that distance back down. And there you go. That is a very simple photography thumbnail. Or if you don't want buildings and you're out adventuring out in the forest, again, we are going to make that into a smart object. And then we're going to press Control T. And we're going to downsize this image. So, adjusting it to our frame, we can just add it somewhere like that. Or if we want, we can add it so it's the trees only, but I kind of like it how it's showing that a little bit. We can bring that down. The LUT, then we can pick a different LUT for this image. Maybe like 2 strip, no. So let's just scroll down quickly. Looking at all the LUTs, maybe drop the blue. Film stock, no. Maybe if you're doing a nightmare kind of video, something foggy night, that kind of looks cool. I know, kind of looking for a fade, just like that Fuji Kodak one, like this. Really like how this one looks, and we're just gonna select this. Maybe darken, multiply, lighten. Lighten looks good. Let's do like an 80% of that. And yeah, that should be good. That's a basic photography thumbnail that you can use with some text. Don't recommend going too crazy on your text on this simple, beautiful style of a thumbnail. And keep in mind that you want to make sure your thumbnails represent the video and they're not clickbaity. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned how to make beautiful photography thumbnails over in Photoshop and Adobe Lightroom CC. See you guys in another video. And don't forget to leave a comment down below talking about thumbnails or graphic design or anything that you guys would want to talk about as a community down below in the comments. Let me know. Comment down below. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button. And see you guys in a later video.